Right, a very good morning. Sleeves are rolled up. Don't let that trick you. They're only rolled up because I'm working in the kitchen. It's a bit of a... It's not raining, but it's a bit of a grey day. So I thought just before I get... See me scratch my nose again. I thought just before I get started on work, I've got quite a few jobs on today. And as I said to you in yesterday's vlog, I was hoping to get finished to go out tomorrow with Joe. So if I can get stuck into my work, get done, I should be all, well, what do you call it, ready to go anyway for 6 o'clock in the morning. So fingers crossed. Right, so before I start, I'm just going to knock up for tomorrow night's tea. Some chicken with mushrooms, onions. You've seen me do this before. It's just a dish to have with pasta, if you like, or on jacket potatoes. I'm going to use a lumberjack hot buffalo today, powder, which I'm going to sprinkle all over that chicken. And these quick cut chicken breast sizzlers, Aldi, $3.99, trimmed up. Look at all that. Only a few little bits of gremlins to cut off, if you like, if that's what you want to call them. So I'm going to fry all that up in the pan, get it cooked, and then if I do go tomorrow, at least when I get back tomorrow night and when Dawn gets home from work, we've got tea prepared. So let's get on with it. I always use this extra virgin olive oil as well to cook my things off in the pan. And I'll tell you what, if you're elderly or your hands aren't very strong, not so, I mean in this shot, let me have a look if that olive oil's in that shot. Oh yeah, aren't I? I can't wait me up myself up sometimes. Yeah, what a struggle to get that lid off. I mean, that screws off, but then you have a thing that pulls off. I had a right job pulling that off. I got covered in blinking oil. Anyway, we'll just put a bit more of that in the pan. Get that heated up, and we'll get the chicken and onions in there. Tell you what, those who watched the vlog yesterday, how funny are them sheep? You know, one escapes, then he has a mate join it, then they have 18 in field, then they have 120 odd in field, and then the next minute they all break free, and where do they end up? Unbelievable. I mean, I like going to the pub. We all like going to the pub. Well, most of us do. But I never had it in my head that the sheep would want to go. But there you have it. Drink of orange juice. Right, I'm just going to... Wooden spoon. Get the wooden spoon. Get the window open. We don't want to be steaming up. And chop that onion. I'm just using 2 small onions in this. Just roughly chopped. Using my bread knife again. So just roughly chop them. Yeah, I'm going up to Anne's garden this morning. So hopefully, I'm going to try and sneak up on that grey heron, see if I can catch it in the corner. It always hears me or sees me coming. I always get it on the far bank and in the tree, but it'd be great to catch it close up. Right, so we'll get that in the pan, them onions, along with the chicken. Oh no, not along. I'm ahead of myself, what am I doing? Right, slow down. Let's just get the powder on this. A lot of people talk about marinating chicken. Chicken, you can put a coating on it, but to actually marinate chicken, the powder, the spice doesn't go into the chicken. It just stays on the outside. But I mean, you can marinate steaks and things like that, slit them so the flavour goes inside. Or if you're roasting a lamb by pricking it and sticking cloves in it and garlic. I'll show you that one day. My 7 hour, although I'm saying that, I've not, since looking after the sheep, I've not really eaten much lamb, I must admit. Can't imagine eating the ladies, but there you go. I look after the Highland cows, don't I, but I still eat beef. So it's a bit of a, I'm sorry to you vegan people out there, you know, each to their own. I do respect your decisions on being vegan. Nothing against you whatsoever. Vegetarians also. So that's going to be spicy, that, because this lumberjack hot buffalo is really spicy. and I love it. So we've got that on. We'll just wash that. Wash me paws first. Yeah. Right. We'll get that back in the pan now. So whiz that in there. You might think there's a lot of chicken there for just me and Dawn, but what I like to do, if I can cook double the amount, we can use it the following day on a jacket potato or something like that. I'd knock a little bit up for my mother, but she doesn't like spicy things, so anyway, not to worry. She had some of that nice steak pie that Dawn made on, when did she make it? When did she make it? Can't think when she made it now. Right, so that's all going. So we'll just slice some of these lovely, I like these lovely field mushrooms. Just slice a couple of them up, see? Nice big pieces. So once that's on the go, I'll stick them in. If you put them in too soon, they sort of disappear, so... Right. I've got to make the fire up as well before I go out. Just make the fire up. I got bent down on my right knee because obviously, as you know, my left one's knackered. Everybody has different ways of lighting the fire. But I just screw some newspaper up in the bottom, line a bit of the kindling. This is the kindling that I cut yesterday. Just line it in the bottom on the top of the newspaper. Keeping a few little gaps, like crisscross it over, like so. And then stick a big piece of chopped stuff on top, like so. Little one there, and that's done. Then I just like the newspaper, let a bit of air in with my damper there, and keep that one on at the top, and that's my fire done. I do like that picture, Michelle. It's a belter, that, innit? Me and Dawn off bird watching, and obviously got my old faithful Rick there, Ricky Hatton with Liam and Noel Gallagher, the Maganelli fight. Yeah, good picture that. There we have it. That's cooking nicely. See now. I'm going to add the mushrooms now to it. So I'll just pop them mushrooms in, and then I'll add the pesto sauce and then the tin tomatoes. You can put them in either way, it doesn't matter. You can put on pesto first, then tomatoes, or vice versa. So that's looking pretty nice now, that. Right, that's all in there now. That's not bad. I've added a little bit of that sweet chilli sauce and all. And I tell you what, that tastes, honestly, it tastes absolutely beautiful. And it's took 10 minutes to do. And that's making the fire up as well, so not bad. Right, I'm off up to hands now. And it's just starting to blinking rain. Right, so I'm out of the kitchen now and I'm up at hands. So my plan is now, is to shape this bush up. It's a Rose of Sharon, but it's got wild rose growing through it. And then try and shape all this ivy up and just tidy up this corner a little bit. Bit of a job on, really, I've got to be honest. But I've got to be careful where I stand because there's a blinking cat been doing its number twos all over the lawn. So, and you know what? I sneaked up to that wall to try and catch that heron in the corner where it normally is. And guess what? It's not there. It's normally down there where that water comes in, see? At the bottom. What it does, it stirs up a lot of, what should I say? A lot of the silt and the undergrowth in the pond. So it brings the fish up there for feeding. So that obviously brings the heron in to eat them. Bit of a grim life if you're a fish. Everything's waiting to eat you. And then on a Friday you end up in battery and chip shop. Although that's the fish out of the sea, but that's fish, innit? Then I'm going to tidy this pond down to a little bit. See them iris there in the corner? This chunk here, really, if I can dig that out, it needs coming out. And this bit in the corner. And then all that is like water marigold. So we'll separate that a little bit because it is really, really thick. And it'll go really nice, won't it, in Lake Jomo. Right, let's get on with it then. So, I'm just going to do this with this, really I should use the handheld one, but because there's some branches at the back that I can't quite reach, I use this pole. So I'm just showing you what I do really. What you do is just follow the contours of the bushes. Flip that over a bit. I want to bring down the height slightly as well. Blinking it, that don't sound so good, does it? Yeah, I think that plane were putting its brakes on then. Right, so we got all that reasonably shaped up. Tidied it up down there in that corner. Got this Cotoneaster here shaped up on the path. And I've done that ivy, see. I've cut quite a bit off the top of that now. That means Anne now, when she's stood in the garden, she's got a nice view over towards Manchester. Obviously you can't see it today because it's started to absolutely pee it down now. As you can see with the water that's dropping on the resi. Oh dear. I'm just tidying the pond out and look who I've woke up. I feel absolutely upset about it. But I've got all this iris out now, see. But I've got this big beauty here. Hello fella. So he's not very happy with me. As you can imagine. Sorry fella. It's going to be a lot better though, this pond. It's certainly looking a lot bigger now I've managed to take out this iris, thin it out a bit. Just had a phone call actually off Farmer Joe. I don't think it's going to be on now. Tom can't make it tomorrow. He can only make it this afternoon at 1 o'clock. And I've got no chance. I'll never get finished in time for that. I've got another couple of gardens to do after this, so it's going to be... They'll probably get to where they're going by the time I've even finished work. So, anyway, not to worry. There's always... I think there's another one coming up in... Not certain whether January or February. Not entirely certain, but... Anyway. But look at this, while I'm on now. This is the fuchsia that I rescued at the beginning of the year. Look at them, Andy and Pam. That's just come out into flower this week. I know we should be pruning them now, but there's no sign of frost next week. And that frog is going nowhere. Well, I must admit now, that looks 1,000 times better. Look at that. I've took out a load of plants from the bottom. The pond where it was probably only around about 2 or 3 inches deep is now about 12 inches deep. So, you know what? I'm dead chuffed with that. Looks fantastic, and I'm sure Anne will be really, really pleased when she gets back with that. Well, I hope she will. I hope she won't fall in it. In fact, talking of Anne, next, when is it? 26th of this month. It's her birthday, and she'll be 95. She couldn't make me a brew today. She's just gone off to work. You know what I mean? That's absolutely brilliant. 95 nearly, and off to work. And she says to me, she went, if I didn't go to work, what would I do? Sit in the chair and look at 4 walls? No purpose. There I've got friends, I talk to people coming in and out of the shop. Just keeps me active. I mix with the young people, so it keeps me young, so brilliant. I'll certainly take a life out of Anne's but me for when I get older. If I get older, if I'm not worn into the ground. Right, this is a garden I've got to do. I should have done it today, but it's just far too wet now. But this forsythia will want a good prune. I think we're going to move that magnolia tree there. This will all want cutting back. This is that Rebecca stuff. That all wants cutting back. A lot of that is all like chickweed and dandelion. That all needs to be pruned. All this chickweed in between these fuchsias and hydrangeas, all that's got to come out. That's got to be pruned right back. Some hosta there that needs to be pruned. Oh, well, that looks quite nice at the moment. So, and so does that fuchsia. So anyway, I'm not doing it today. But next week it's planned. I've planned to do it. So see how we go. I've been down to see. I'm hoping to get Tom, see if he could help me give me a lift to get them plants up tomorrow. But I can't do it. He can't do it tomorrow. He's got a lot on. So it's a big day for him. So anyway, because of that wet and damp, these plants, it won't make a lot of difference. So I've just been down-eyed, funny enough. I had my dinner with Dawn. Lovely salmon salad sandwich. Salmon sandwiches with salad. Hot Vimto, absolutely delicious. So I've got another job to go and look at now, and then I think I'm going to knock it on the head because it's just horrendous, the weather. Anyway, let's get on with it. Right, I've just got up to my holiday home. Lee says we've got a bit of a problem with moles on the garden. I'll tell you what, he's not wrong. These must be giant moles, these. Biggest molehills I've ever seen in my life. It's a shame, really. Really is a shame, but just look at the size of that. I mean, look at the size of that to my foot. Look at that, it's a mountain. So is that one. So, they're all, I've noticed they're all down the banking. I mean, this will just be one mole, this. Look at that tree, well that's doing. I put that in a couple of years ago. So, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm not into killing things, as you know. So, I think what we could do with doing is trying to persuade it to go somewhere else. I don't know how we're going to do that, but I think I'll get on the internet and start reading up on this. Unbelievable. Look who's there! Look who's there! Look who that is! Well, look at that! How happy is that dog? Hello, Pip.
It's a bit wet.
Right, let me just video it. Well, look at that! How excited! Right then, well that's good news. I've just been round to see my mother because she's been to the hospital today to have her eyes lasered. I expected her to see her in dark sunglasses and what have you, but it's actually a different sort of laser treatment my mum's had. It's not to improve the eyesight, it was to do something or other, she did tell me. But I forget I've got that much going on my head, but she actually looks alright. I can't show you through the window now because she's not there, so anyway, that's good news. What else? Nothing else. I'm going to go in now and make myself a nice hot brew because, as I say, I've got soap this afternoon, soap this morning. Time's getting on a bit now as well. And, don't. Tonight, ladies at lunch, ladies at leisure. Tonight it's ladies that go out for tea with their mates. So she's booked in for an Indian meal tonight. Put that light on. Yeah, she's booked in for an Indian meal. They're going to Romley, 3 of them. I think they're going to Romley. I'm sure they're going to Romley. I'm not 100% certain now. I'm sure. Let me just lock that door. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing anyway. So ladies that have evening meals out, so I'll be just doing my next normal thing as I normally do. Go to Queen Anne and go to Grapes for a couple of pints. Come home, watch Tom's vlog if it comes on. Fall asleep on the settee, wake up on the settee. Get washed and changed and go back to work. Simple life. So anyway, it's come to that time of day. Not really showing you a lot today, although I tell you what I have done today. Bad news. I broke my spade digging out the irises and all the weed and what have you in the pond, and then Anne said to me, she said, oh, Eric's spade, Eric was her husband, I think he passed now, going back probably about 16 years ago. This spade hasn't been used since Eric died. Use this one. So as soon as I put it in the pond, the handle broke off, snapped off it, but the handle, to be honest with you, is completely rotten. It's probably better off that I did it and Anne didn't lean on him, you know what I mean, and do some damage. I've been down to see her, funny enough, this afternoon in the charity shop where she works, to tell her to be careful not to fall over and fall in the pond, because where it was a couple of inches deep, now it's at like over a foot deep, so we don't want to land it in there, do we? So anyway, my vlog's come to an end now. Like I always say, if you like what you see, you can subscribe to my channel at Andy the Gardener G Cross. In the comments, swipe across and leave a hype. Leave a like and ding dong on that bell. It always leave you something. Tonight, I'm just going to leave you with my battery that's charging. So see you all for now. Ta-da.